Sup guys, welcome to A1 Unbox. So I have the iPhone 10 leather folio case and got it in the Cosmos Blue. I wanted to wait to review the leather folio case to show you guys the sleep and wait function. So let's just get right into it. First you get the case itself and a piece of paper that was inside the case and nothing else. On the piece of paper it shows you where to put the cards, and on the back it says Folio contains magnets, store magnetic stripe cards only in the pockets. Also on the inside of the box it shows you the correct way of putting in the phone. So if you've ever owned one of the Apple leather cases, then you know exactly what to expect with the feel of the case. It feels really smooth and nice to the touch. It is expensive for $100, but people still buy them, so can't really say much about that. The first thing I wanted to try was the sleep wake function. I know Android phones have had cases that do this for a long time, but I was curious to see how it works on the iPhone. It works great, and as you can see, even if you open it a little bit, the screen doesn't turn on until you open it wider. Also, when you're actually using the phone and close the case, it will automatically lock, so you don't need to press the lock button once you close the case. On the left side, there's a card holder and a pocket for bills and notes. The top slot is for cards, and the two little knots show the boundaries for where the card to fit in. With no cards, the cover sits nicely. When putting in 1 or 2 cards, the cover doesn't stick up that much and still sits pretty nicely. So I would recommend 1 or 2 cards because once you start putting in 3 or 4 cards, the cover sticks up a little too much. The screen is still turned off though when sticking in 3 or 4 cards. Just for you guys, I did try 5 cards and it just makes the cover too fat. I would say the optimal amount is 2 cards and 2 bills. And the way you should put in the bills is folding it twice just like this, and then the cover sits nicely with 2 other cards. Just folding the bills in half will cause the bills to stick out a little bit and the cover to lift up too much as well. I figure if you're watching this video, you probably have a lightning charger, and when comparing it to the USB side, the case is about the same thickness as that. If you've never had a folio type case before, it is a little bit weird to hold in the hand, but you will get used to it. Or you have to, since it is a $100 case. But folding the cover behind the phone is no problem since the flap is really flexible. And since it's flexible, when taking a picture, you can adjust the cover to not be in the way of the lens. My only concern would be the creasing of the fold since it is leather. If you're wondering about the wireless charging, don't worry, it works perfectly fine with this case. Of course, Apple wouldn't ship out their own case that didn't work with a wireless charger. So far, I've had no problems with wireless charging with this case. For $100, it is too much for a case and there are far more cheaper options out there, but if you're one of those people that need everything that Apple makes, then you probably already have this case. If you're on the edge about this case, honestly, I would try to find a cheaper option. It is really nice and well made since it is from Apple, so if you have extra money to spend, I would say get it, but like I said, there are cheaper options out there if you don't care if it's made from Apple. I would have liked to see a flap to securely close the cover, but maybe next year. Thanks for watching guys, hope this helped. If it did, hit that like button, subscribe, until next time, peace.